All right, continuing on, y'all. And the reason why you want to replenish and you want to give back, it can be encouragement, it can be words of encouragement, it can be funding, it could be whatever type of resource they need for the ministry to help them take it to the next phase that the Most High will have them to go to. Whatever it is, if you have that and you're able and capable of doing that, then you should supply it. And no one ever had to tell me to do that. The ministry that blessed me, blessed my marriage, that was a more recent thing, and the most I put on my spirit to support the ministry, and I've been doing it. When I first got into the knowledge of the truth, I was appreciative of the elders and the things and the truth that they was given, and I could see that they needed help. I could look and say, man, look at them. I could look at the laptops they was using. I could look in the background. I could tell. I could see. I could observe and see that, I want to bless them in this direction. I'm gonna send them this. I'm gonna shoot them that. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And it won't limit it to no tithing neither, because I would give more. I think I actually gave more before I felt like obligated to tithe, in a sense, because it was like I kind of felt weird with it. But when I gave willingly, man, my business had an immediate financial response when I tithed. And when I just gave outside of tithing, my business reflected it, and it was always right after I did it. The Most I was showing me, yeah, you did this, you put in this, and I would get way more back, man. It was on a level, So you want to replenish, you want to give back, right? Because you don't want them to labor burdensomely. Then with the lack of respect, and a lack of appreciation, then they get discouraged, because you don't appreciate them, you don't honor them, you don't respect them. Then they get discouraged, man. These are the ones who are encouraging and uplifting and nourishing you. So if they encouraging you, if they get discouraged, then who's going to encourage you? You know what I'm saying? And don't act like you don't need no encouragement, because we all do. The scripture tells us exhort one another. That means encourage as we see that day approaching. And don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together. So we come together, we start assembling. Somebody got to be fully committed to the work. And that's what I see. Everybody can't have no daggone 9 to 5. And just somebody got to be full-fledged with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't, because unless your 9 to 5 involves something that give you the free time to do the ministry work. But if it don't, then that consumes your mind, man. 8 to 10 hours a day. You feel me? And you got to get your mind on what you're doing, because you got to do all things with all your might. Feel me? Most High will be done, right? So, all right. So I put rewards and wages along the way serves as a reminder. So rewards and wages along the way, they serve as a reminder. Like, yeah, just somebody saying, hey, brother, I appreciate the work you're doing. I appreciate the ministry. Like, I haven't officially set no stamp on it and said that, okay, it's this ministry or that ministry. But I'm just doing as the Spirit leads. So other people witnessing that. You see what I'm saying? But a little encouragement here, that, man, they helped me out a lot. When y'all say y'all need something, then it's like, oh, man, I needed this or I needed that. Don't you know, that had me like, oh, man, let me hear him get this out too. Let me get this out. I got this, I got that. Man, I got to bless it. I want to bless y'all. Feel me? So do know that encouragement goes a long way. Even financial support. I'm not asking for none of that right now, but it might come a time where I might need some support. I pretty much have majority of what I need pertaining to what I'm doing right now. But if I'm gonna do it better, more efficiently, some things I'm gonna need some help. But either way, I remember my aunt gave me some money one time. She's like, take it. I said, no. She's like, I want to bless you. I was like, man, and I had started ministry, seen the things that I was doing. I was sharing the word and stuff like that. When I say started the ministry, I mean I had started ministering to people, and she knew that, and she offered me this money. I put it in my hand. And I knew I had to take it. And I said, well, I'm gonna make sure it go to good use, And man, that either went toward. I think I was buying I ain't gonna go into detail what I was buying at the time, but I got this stuff that I bought when I had paper, like when I had money. I still had that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of the, I had that stuff. Some of my cameras and stuff is broken or whatever the case be, or certain little things that I can't go in my personal right now and just make certain stuff happen. But do know that, the Most High will be done. And right now I'm recording on my camera phone. Let's get it. I'm just going to work with what it is. Main thing, you get the word, you get the truth, but help goes a long way. But mainly I'm talking about encouragement is the main thing. of all, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm moved to do the work of the Lord. I'm sure many others are moved to do the work of the Lord. But encouragement goes a long way. Never hinder, never hold back encouraging someone who's doing the work of the Lord if you appreciate it. Because if you do appreciate it, it's free to give encouragement. And if you don't give that, then dang. You understand? You know what was wrong. Okay. So praise the Most High. So, and I thank the Most High for all of y'all who out here grinding, doing the work and blessing me, you know, and these blessed ministries. There's some blessed ministries out here. All right, anyway, moving on. And I put here, so rewards and wages along the way serves as a reminder. Now, if y'all remember the parable about muzzling the ox, well, the scenario in scripture about muzzling the ox. I got revelation when I was studying and looking into this, and I built my brother with this a while back. Now, if you're farming and you don't have an ox, you're going to be limited to how much you can do. Or you got to hire so many workers that it probably won't even be as beneficial to you, profitable. So if you get an ox, once you buy it, it's yours. Now, instead of you doing 1/4 of an acre, now you can do 10 acres with this ox in the amount of time it will have taken you to do 1/4 of an acre. Now we're talking about tilling and preparing the ground, right? And let's say you out here preparing the ground for corn or whatever to grow corn, right? If you muzzle the ox, who would muzzle the ox? I thought about it. Only person who will muzzle the ox, that means put something over their mouth so they can't open their mouth and they can't eat nothing, right? But if you out here sowing corn along the Pharaoh's as this joker doing his job or whatever the case be, and he, you know, or you muzzle him so he can't eat nothing or treat himself to anything along this burdensome task he's doing, because the ox is taking on the burden that however many 10 men would do, or maybe 20 men. But now you're able to do it with this ox and do it a whole lot faster and be more efficient. And now you're going to have a greater increase. But so if that ox blesses you to the point where you're going to have a greater increase, why would you put a muzzle on it and try to prevent it from, being as fruitful? I mean, prevent it from actually enjoying a little something along the way. Why make the ox burden more burdensome for him? The little corn that he nibble on along the way, the little corn kernels, is not going to hurt you, and it's not going to hurt you or negatively affect your harvest. So why would you muzzle the ox? Only a greedy person, a stingy person, a niggard would muzzle the ox. And if you don't know what a niggard is, you need to read Sirach. I won't call the exact chapter, but Niggard. Those are stingy people. You understand that? They are stingy. And they suffer in life through their own stinginess. You understand that? But if you go out here and say, yeah, I could do 10 acres with the ox, but I'm muzzling them, I don't want them to get a grain of corn. All of it go spring up so I can sell it. Man, that's wicked and selfish and evil. So I put here, those little corn that the little ox pick up along the way, it's a reward to him. It's like a treat. Like you give a dog a treat for a good job. It's like, hey, dog, or hey, ox, you out here working, you train this ground up for me. He go a little corn for you. Bless that. Take that little nice little sweet treat. That's right. I appreciate you. And keep working hard. It gives them hope. And it makes the work not slavery. You understand that? You Muslim, that's joint slavery, yo. You understand that? So I put rewards along the way serves as a reminder to the ox, right? That all of his hard work is benefiting others who appreciate him and the increase gained by his commitment to them in fulfilling purpose. So the ox is reminded by that corn along the way that he can eat if he's not muzzled. He's reminded that this hard work that I'm doing, this burden that I'm doing is appreciated. You understand it? And it's benefiting others, right? And the increased gain by my commitment to my master. You understand that? Is me. By me doing this and committing, I'm fulfilling purpose and a good purpose. Because now 10 acres of corn is going to feed thousands of people and bring a smile to thousands of faces. So why in the world should I muzzle the ox? Why should I treat the ox that way? Why should I not bless the ox? The ox along. Bless the ox. Why should I not bless the ox along the way? Why should I not bless the ox along the way? So a lot of brothers who don't want to contribute to people ministries and help and support, what you're doing is muzzling the ox. The ox is benefiting you. The ox is serving you. So if you muzzle it, all you're doing is making its burdens more burdensome and grievous to him. You know what I'm saying? If the little corn gonna give him a little mojo, a little bit of, yeah, man, let me go ahead. We got about 1 more acre. You know, I done did 9. Thank you, master. Like, you know, the master looking out, the good one who ain't mothering us looking out. So it's a principle. It's a crucial principle. I pray it came through with clarity. If not, just, you know, find that scenario in the scriptures about the ox and muzzling the ox, and you will see exactly what that, you know, what it pertains to. So I put here, the hard worker that's committed to his job deserves his wages, his reward, and due respect. So the hard worker that's committed to his job deserves his wages. He deserves his reward, and he deserves due respect. So give the ox his due respect. Treat the ox nice. He's blessing you and benefiting you. Why be evil and wicked to it? You understand that? Why do that? You know, only through selfishness and greed would one do that. So I'm moving on for the sake of time. All right, I put here, to not give back is a lack of appreciation. It's a lack of love and expression of selfishness, and it's greed. All right. The effects of this can cause one to feel neglected, abused, mistreated, and not needed, mentally and spiritually drained. And it can cause one to be not as productive and efficient, and can negatively affect their consistency. It can affect their drive, right? You understand? It could be discouraging them, and it could be discouraging purpose. You understand that, right? Leaving room for doubt and a lack of affection. It could leave room for doubt and a lack of affection, right? Which is a lack of love to those, right, who were once willing to give their life for those who they serving, right? Now they went around bitter. Don't nobody appreciate me. Ain't nobody supporting the ministry. They say they thankful. They say they grateful. And no one's helping me. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. I communicated, and no one's lending hand. It'll make you feel away. You don't want to, but that stuff will drive you to. You understand that, right? So it can discourage purpose, leaving room for doubt. You know, through leaving room for doubt, and with the lack of affection, a lack of love to those who were once willing to give their lives in the service and the work of the Lord, or whatever the case be. Which, if it's of the Lord, the Most High will make way anyway. But y'all, we shouldn't be trying to make it harder for individuals. We want to alleviate the stress as much as we can, and the burdens as much as we can off of them, because we want them to continue to be fruitfully beneficial to us, okay? And others, you know? All right, so I put the ultimate end response could be neglect or mistreatment or ill feelings toward the flock. So if this is happening towards the leadership, man, people only really, if you neglect the leadership, you affecting yourself. Because if that's the church or congregation you fellowshipping and you contributing, you're fellowshipping with and you're assembling with, if you don't contribute to the needs, you know, according as you are able, then you're only making it harder for yourself. That's a hornet. This is the first hornet I've seen in probably 20 years. I don't know when the last time I seen a hornet. I done seen a hornet. Praise the Most High. That's a good sign. Anyway, I done seen a hornet. Praise the Most High. One more time. Amen. But, you know, y'all only hurting yourself, man. You ain't hurt. Like, the men of the Most High who going to go out here and do his work and fulfill purpose going to do it. Now, I thought about that. I said, man, what if I was completely dependent on those who support the ministry? I was like, well, I would just need this amount for my family, no more, no less. And I thought about it, just to support my household. And I was just like, well, you know, it would be stressful than a mug trying to do full-time ministry work, right? And then not be able to provide for my house. I said, man, that'd be stressful. You understand? You know, and that could make you feel away, you know. So I'd rather not even, I don't want to put myself in that predicament, you know. I want to be able to do the full work of the ministry, and whatever help and contribution comes, great, praise the Most High. But, man, I was thinking about that. I said, man, that's kind of wild, because you can still be doing the work. And then, but what if you had to get a job? You start that way, and you're like, all right, yeah, I got to get a job. We was building on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday. Now I'm just going to have to do Saturday because I got to work Monday and Wednesday, when we truly need to be assembling more, because we in the end times. We need to be building more, but I have to go work. Now they got to go work Monday, Wednesday, and whatever else got to get cut. The little other stuff they were doing that they went in their time got to get cut, because they got to go get a job, 9 to 5. And all I'm saying is that I see that some people, it ain't for everybody, but some will need to be full-time doing the work of the Lord. That's why it's good to have a trade. Something you can be doing the work of the Lord, and at the same time you can just stop and do, like Paul, they made tents and stuff. You feel me? Shai was a carpenter. He dropped all that completely and just did the work of the Lord. But Paul and them will go in a certain region, certain area, and they'll work with their own hands. You know, that's what Scripture tells us to do. Work with our own hands, having our own business. But that's what I believe the blessing is at. You know, because if you got your own business, you can minister as you want and do as you please and take off when you want to. You ain't bound to a particular place for X amount of time. And when I had my own businesses, that's how I started. Majority of the revelation and clarity I got, even that I'm building on now, was from revelation and clarity that I got from studies back then. I'm pulling out old notes, and I'm still pulling out old notes. You understand that? From the time that I had, that's a special thing to have that time, yo, to be able to read and study and look into the word like that, man, and give your mind completely to it. I miss that. I miss that so much. But with that being said, y'all, you want to contribute, and you want to contribute as you are able through Christ. You understand that? According to the leading of the Holy Spirit, not by force, you know, but just choosing to donate and contribute to the ministries that's blessing you. And, you know, I'm speaking from experience. I contribute to the ministry that I appreciate that's blessing us, you know. And even if I'm just giving the courage word or referring you to the ministries, yo, it is what it is, because that's what I do out on a day-to-day basis. Like, when I can tell a person want to know more stuff and I know I might not be talking to them, I might not see them again, you know, I give them some type of means to contact me or reach me, or normally I give them some, like, you know, well, check out this ministry, check out this, check out that, you know what I'm saying, because I know they have an actual assembly and they have their stuff together, you know what I'm saying, you know, so, but I'm gonna let that be for now, y'all be blessed, you know what I'm saying. You know, it'll be First Timothy to continue next through the grace of the Most High. I love y'all. Shalom. Ahaya be magnified. To him be the glory now and forever, yo. And you know, we those who sow sparingly shall reap sparingly, and those who sow abundantly shall reap in abundance. So, out here in the garden, got a lot of seeds to sow. I'm going to sow abundantly, and through the grace of the Most High who provided the increase, me and my family are going to reap abundantly. And I pray we reap so abundantly that we have such an overflow that we can be the utmost blessing to everybody else. Literally. And as these plants kick out, this year we have the mind and the resources to put back into them, being more considerate in replenishing them as they are nourishing us. All praises to the Most High. Love y'all. Be blessed. Shalom. Yeah. Shabbat shalom.